Welcome to a second demo of how to save costs with DataVard OutBoard and how to be smart in your data archiving strategy by using nearline storage. The entire outboarding process is being shown in several steps. In the initial step, you have seen how the data archiving process and saving storage costs was set up. The second step, creating the archiving request, will be shown in this video. In this demo, you will see how after the implementation of Outboard, you will be able to tweak your SAP BW system, in turn start saving storage costs, and be able to report on and load the NLS archive data. The process steps will be to analyze the info provider to make NLS archiving faster and more effective, archive the info provider, and finally, use nearline data. In the last video, we created the data archiving process, and now we are ready to create the archiving request and start saving storage costs. For this, we have available the Archiving tab in the Info Provider Management. But before we start creating the archiving request, let us analyze the info provider. In the Contents tab, we can see the active data of the info provider. The number of records tells us that we have a lot of online data. Using transaction /DVD/outboard, we access the Outboard main menu. For now, we are going to use some functions and the rest will be explained in the following videos. Using button DAP, we can easily change the data archiving process created in the initial video. Through the Settings button, we can set the parameters of the objects to be archived. We set the currency in which you will save storage costs, etc. With the Analyzer button, you can analyze how much storage you will save when archiving the info provider. First, we create a run for the analysis. Then, we select the info provider to be analyzed. Next, we set the same criteria as we will use during the archiving itself. Finally, we can see how much storage and money we will save through archiving. So after the analysis of the info provider, we can access the administrator workbench again. In the Archiving tab, we create the archiving request. As an example, we set the criteria for archiving as data older than 1 month. And then we run the job in the background. Here we can see how the archiving job is running. We can check the process and performance using transaction SM50. We can see how the data is being processed and archived. Now the job is finished and we can see the active data of the info provider again. The data we selected for archiving is no longer online, but is still available for reporting and loading. Because it is compressed, we have saved storage costs. When we access the Contents tab again and check the number of records, we are able to see how the system shows significantly smaller amounts of online data. This is because the data older than 1 month is nearline stored. In the next video, you will be able to see what the OutBoard browser looks like and how to use the outboarded data. So let us recapture what we have seen and how easy it was to archive the request and save costs. The steps were: analyze the info provider to be archived, archive the info provider, and finally be able to use nearline data. The objective of saving storage costs has been achieved. You will see how to use the OutBoard browser and how to browse your archived data in the next video.